Do you know what I do when I'm sitting in a darkened theater waiting for the show to begin? I pray. Oh, dear God, let it be a good show, and let it be short. Oh, Lord in heaven, please. 2 hours is fine, 3 hours is too much, and keep the actors out of the audience. God. I didn't pay good money to have the fourth wall come crashing down around my ears. All I want is a story and a few songs that will take me away. All I want is to be entertained. I mean, isn't that the point? Amen. You know, there was a time when people sat in darkened theaters and knew that when the lights came up, they would be taken to another world. A world full of color and music and glamour, and they thought to themselves, my God, when are they going to bring up the lights? Oh, well, things have changed. Hello. How are we today? I'm feeling a little blue myself, you know, a little anxious for no particular reason, a little sad that I should be feeling anxious at this age, a little self-conscious anxiety resulting in non-specific sadness, a state that I like to call blue. Anyway, whenever I'm feeling this way, blue, I like to listen to my music. So I was going through my records this morning, yes, records, and I was going to put on the soundtrack recording of Meredith Willson's The Music Man. I had a craving for young Ronnie Howard. But then I said, no, let's disappear for a while into the decadent world of the 1920s, when the champagne flowed, and the caviar chilled, and all the world's a party. For the wealthy anyways. Okay. So I dug it out, and what did I find? One of my favorite musicals, Gable and Stein's The Drowsy Chaperone. Remember, music by Julie Gable, lyrics by Sidney Stein. It is a 2-record set remastered from the original recording made in 1928. It's the full show with the original cast, including Beecher Stockwell as the chaperone. Isn't she elegant? And this is the full 15 years before she became Dame Beecher Stockwell. Can you believe it? Let me read to you what it says in the back. It says, mix-ups, mayhem, and a gay wedding. Oh, of course the phrase gay wedding has a totally different meaning now. Back then it just meant fun. And that's just what the show is. Fun. So, would you indulge me? Would you let me play the record for you now? I was hoping you would say yes. Hear that static? I love that sound. To me, that's the sound of a time machine starting up. Oh. All right, now let's visualize. Imagine, if you will, it is November 1928. You've just arrived at the doors of the Morosco Theater in New York. It's very cold. Remember when it used to be cold in November? Not anymore. November's the new August. It's global warming. We're all doomed. Anyways. It's very cold and a heavy gray sleet is falling from the sky, but you don't care because you're going to see a Broadway show. Isn't that wonderful? The curtain is going up. I can't wait. I'm Lily.
Yes, madam.
How do I love you?
You look radiant, Mrs. Riverdale.
I do love this dress too. It never goes out of style.
It's really a miracle, madam.
My fancy dress. I don't know why I'm wearing it, I must confess. My dress, I love my dress. Would someone tell me why I put it on?
Yes, your dress, your fancy dress. 'Twas such a pleasure airing it, restitching it, preparing it. God bless your dress, it's one fine dress, and I will tell you why you put it on. Wedding bells will ring, wedding bells will chime. Madam, you're the hostess and it's happy wedding time. Wedding bells will ding, wedding bells will dong. Wedding bells will ding-a-ling and we will ding along.
Yes, your dress, your fancy dress. We're very, very glad you put it on.
Wedding guests have come,
Wedding guests are here. Wedding guests are at the door to live in a theater.
From Robert the bridegroom has yet to be completed. Pay the musicians, yell at the florist, book the minister. This whole wedding is going to run like clockwork. Who's the going to be a wedding?
I'm belting, producer. I lost my leading lady. I gotta stop this wedding or I'm not worth squat.
I'm Kitty, that's Kitty. I came to Mr. Felting. I'll be a leading lady if I get my shot. We're pastry chefs. We cross our hearts. We're pastry chefs. No bakery. A bakery is what we've got.
Aldalco, my name is Aldalco. I am the king of romance, so I kiss a lot.
You are the king of romance, so you kiss a lot. Wedding bells will ring, wedding bells will chime, wedding bells will celebrate a happy wedding time. Someone hasn't come, someone isn't here. Where is Janet Vandergraaf and when will she appear?
I'm so excited.
I'm Janet Vandergraaf, here to marry Robert Martin, giving up a life of glamour to tie the knot. Am I late? I'm the chaperone of Janet Vandergraaf, maid of honor, friend and confidant, and all that rot. Where's the bar?
Prohibition, madam.
Good thing I brought my own.
That's illegal.
Champagne makes me drowsy.
It's really happening. It's truly happening. Oh, what's happening? What is happening?
I'm Trix, the aviatrix, queen of the sky. I circle through the stratus in my modern apparatus. I'm Trix, the aviatrix. I've gotta fly. I'll see ya when they tie that knot.
A wedding, a wedding.
Well, there you have it. All the guests have arrived. We have a bride giving up the stage for love, her debonair bridegroom, a harried producer, jovial gangsters posing as pastry chefs, a flaky Maureen, a Latin Lothario, and an aviatrix, and, of course, my favorite character, the Drowsy Chaperone. What more could you want from the evening's entertainment? Wasn't that wonderful? And we will ding along. I don't even know what that means. So, I will try to lead you through the record as best I can. Don't worry, it won't be hard to follow. So we begin with a welcome from the love-struck group.
Well, I just wanted to thank you all for coming. I mean, really, who would have thought that I, Robert Martin, would be marrying a glamorous showgirl, and that glamorous showgirl would be giving up a successful career for me, Robert Martin. And now, if it weren't for prohibition, I'd say let's all raise a glass.
Here.
To Miss Janet Vandergraaf, the most beautiful girl in the world.
Absolutely not.
Excuse me.
The groom mustn't see the bride on the day of the wedding. It's bad luck.
I hope you heard that, because that's the plot. Basically. Hang on for the ride.
Breakfast shall be served in the reading room.
So excited.
Say, don't you think it's a little early in the day to be drinking?
I don't understand the question.
Look, you keep Janet away from Robert. You're the chaperone. That's your only job.
Aye, mon capitão. Robert, who's my little monkey?
I'm your little monkey. Ooh, bananas, bananas.
And so, the bride and groom are whisked away, and we turn our attention to the B plot, which involves the producer.
Mr. Felding!
In show business?
Mr. Felding!
Don't you know I got obligations?
Mr. Felding!
What, Kitty?
I can be your leading lady. You said it yourself. I'm useless in the chorus.
Kitty, for the last time, you ain't got what it takes.
But I've been taking lessons. Singing, acting, ballet.
Ballet?
Yeah, and I'm pretty good too. Last week I auditioned for Swanee Lake.
A little addendum. Kitty and Feldy were a couple in real life, Jack and Sadie Adler. Now, this is a familiar comic construct, the stupid woman and her long-suffering companion. You see, Kitty seems quite stupid, but in the end she actually does something really clever and makes everyone wonder, was it really all just a ruse? The irony here is that Sadie actually was quite stupid. Jack had to apparently explain all the jokes to her, but still, she had a wonderful career on stage. At the time, theater was the only place where stupid people could make a good living. This was before television, of course.
Kitty, I'm not talking this.
A pen for Mr. Feldig.
No.
Perhaps a nice profiterole?
Boys, I'm not hungry.
Then perhaps we can give you something else to chew on.
Yeah, something that ain't food.
What?
Your confusion is to be expected. Although we stand here before you in the guise of innocent pastry chefs, we are also, and primarily, employees of a certain individual.
A certain individual.
A certain individual who happens to be the largest single investor in Celtic's Follies. He has sent us here
As pastry chefs?
to express his concern about Miss Vandergraft's impending nuptials.
Specifically?
That if she gets married and leaves the show,
then there ain't no show.
Say, don't I know you?
No, you don't.
Have you ever spent any time in Toledo?
have you ever spent any time in a coma?
No. But I do have a cousin in Seattle.
Kitty! Boys, you tell your boss that this wedding will never happen. You have my word.
Oh, we'll take your word, all right.
But to go back on that word would be a recipe for disaster. Now, we hope we have made ourselves perfectly eclair.
One cannoli hope.
You just gotta be kidding me.
Trifle much.
Don't tart with me.
Boys, you can drop the pastry chef routine.
Alas, we cannot.
We're on the lamb.
Lamb's an entree, you macaroon.
Oh, the Gangsters were played by the interchangeable vaudeville duo, the Tall brothers, John and Peter Tall. They were born Abram and Mendel Moskolovich, but were renamed at Ellis Island by a sarcastic immigration official. They are a good example of the typical early Broadway gangster, full of wordplay and stylized movements. Not very intimidating, unless you happen to find dancers intimidating, which I do, but for reasons that would not be appropriate to the situation.
We'll leave the matter in your hands, Mr. Felting. But in the meantime, feel free to browse the dessert carousel.
Try the Toledo surprise.
It's to die for.
Holy cats! Mr. Felting! They're gangsters!
Very perceptive, Kitty. Now go powder your face. I've got to stop this wedding, but how? Oh, Lord heaven, how? How?
I always thought the moment was a little overplayed. So, with the story well on its way, we moved to the groom's room.
Hey there, handsome. Show me those pearly whites.
The groom was played by the dashing Percy Hyman. Percy Hyman started out as a model for Albright toothpaste. His dazzling smile adorned every tube. Now you see, Albright was hugely popular in the early 20s, mostly because it contained cocaine. Oh, it's true. If you looked at the label, it's the 5th ingredient down, right after sugar. Anyway, it wasn't long before he became a huge matinee idol.
Now, don't you worry. It's perfectly normal for a groom to be nervous on his wedding day. Is it? Of course it is.
Now some people say Percy Hyman was a bad actor. To those people I say, shut up.
Okay, come. Here we go.
Why don't you just slide back into your mud hole, you backstabbing worm? Well, now I have to find another minister. Say, what are you up to?
Just calming those wedding day jitters, getting then those endorphins running.
You think you've got jitters? You've got the easy part. I've still got to get rice, boutonnieres, and a minister. I've got the weight of the wedding on my shoulders.
Say, George, it sounds like you should join me.
Oh, no, not really.
Yes. Come on, come on.
This is not happening.
George. Okay. Now stick 'em up. Here we go. Here we go. You're never going to see it coming, I'm telling you. Oh, disrespect that. See? Oh my God. Here it is. Okay, here we go.
Percy Hyman was a wonderful performer. He's still alive, you know. I saw him on the news recently, celebrating his 100th birthday. To say that the passing years had taken a toll on him would be a grotesque understatement. They wheeled him out and he had that look of wide-eyed confusion that God preserves for the very, very old on their birthdays. The look that says, like, who are you and who am I? Why is this cake on fire? You know what I'm talking about. Anyways.
All right, that's enough of that.
Oh, I'm sorry, George. It is my wedding day after all.
Yeah, well, you could have snapped an ankle. Horsing around is much too dangerous. Oh, I have an idea. Why don't you go out for a skate? That's what I like to do when I need to blow off some steam.
Oh, George. What would I do without you? Oh, skates.
Wait a second, you can't go out like that. You might see Janet. Here, take this blindfold.
George, you think of everything.
Just looking out for you, my boy. And no more throwing punches. Wedding bells will ring. Wedding bells will chime. Wedding bells will celebrate us.
All right. Just ignore it. It does this occasionally. It rings. Just ignore it.
I've reached my answering machine. Leave a short message after this tone, and I'll call you back at my convenience.
Well, that's it. The moment is ruined. Thank you, life. It's like a cell phone going off in the theater. God, I hate that. It's like, oh, what are you up to? Oh, I'm at the theater ruining the moment. What about you? Oh, I couldn't get out tonight, so I thought I'd ruin the moment by proxy. Sorry. Let's just shake that off. It's 1928. They didn't have cell phones in 1928, but I'm sure they had something else for the ruining of moments. Bugles or something.
Happy wedding time.
So the scene shifts, and we find the bride, the glamorous Janet Van de Graaff, entertaining questions from a porters as she lounges by the pool. Yes, Robert and I met at the Lido deck of the Ile de France. He mused me of stories of his father's oil interests. We spooned briefly, and then he proposed.
You won't be returning to the stage, ever?
I shan't. I shan't.
Can we quote you on that?
Yeah, of course. One more question. Yes?
Why in the world would anyone put olives in a Gibson?
I got a question. How can you give up the footlights when you know very well you got grease paint in your veins?
Victor, please.
Oh, Janet, I'm begging you. Dump the mug. Stay with the follies. I'll do anything. I'll even put your name above mine on the marquee.
Oh, Victor, if you think this is about vanity, you couldn't be more wrong. I don't want to show off no more. I don't want to sing tunes no more. I don't want to ride moons no more. I don't want to show off. I don't want to wear this no more. Play the saucy Swiss Miss no more. Blow my signature no more. I don't want to show off. Don't try to control me. I've made up my mind, and that's it. I quit. I'm leaving it all behind. I don't want to be cute no more. Make the gentleman hoot no more. I don't want to wear fruit no more. I don't want to show off. We don't want to show off no more. Not me. Read your name in the news no more. Page 3. Let the glowing reviews no more. I don't want to show off. She don't want to show off. I don't want to show off. She don't want to show off no more. Off no more. Not me. Whee! I don't want to show off. Please, no more attention. I'm counting to 10, and I'm through. Farewell, adieu. Been swell. You'll never see this. Farewell, been swell. You'll never see this. Never see this. Never see that. Never see these again. I don't want to change keys no more. I don't want to strip tease no more. I don't want to say cheese no more. I don't care if you scoff. I don't want to be cheered no more. Praised no more. Grabbed no more. Touched no more. Loved no more.
painfully obvious that Miss Vandegraff has no desire to continue a life on the stage.
Yeah. Can't you see how it's killing her soul?
Trust me, boys, this ain't over yet.
Yeah! I'm surprised she didn't do an encore!
I want encore no more. Keep him shouting for more, no more. Disappear to the floor, no more. I don't wanna show. She was the Oops girl, remember? Surely you people remember the Oops girl. Don't you people read? Anyway, she was billed as the girl who was so attractive, she caused the men around her to walk into walls, drive their cars into trees, spill their drinks, and she would go, oops. Oh, well, I'm not really doing it justice, but people ate it up. She made a whole series of films, Oops, the Oops girl, Oops Girl at Home, and Oops Girl at Sea, which won an Oscar for special effects.
Okay, so begging and groveling didn't work. Now on to plan B. And for that, I'm going to need an accomplice. Somebody gullible with loose morals. I need a, what do you call him? A European.
In walks Aldolfo, self-proclaimed ladies' man. Aldolfo is played by former silent film star and world-class alcoholic Roman Bartelli. He was the one who later drank himself to death in Chateau in Nice, remember? It was 5 days before they found the body, and by that time it had been partially consumed by his poodles. Well, he was only partially consumed.
Nice to meet you. I don't believe we've met.
I am Aldolfo.
You are Aldolfo?
Yes, I am Aldolfo.
Not me, Aldolfo.
Yes, I am Aldolfo.
Buddy, you don't look like a scoundrel.
Yes! What?
But I just heard the groom say that. Right over there.
What? Aldolfo is a scoundrel?
Those very words.
Aldolfo is a scoundrel!
It's like I'm hearing it again.
This is outrageous. He is saying this to people, to beautiful ladies. Why, I must.
You must take matters into your own hands.
Yes, I must take this broom into my hands and kill him.
Yes! Wait, no. Don't kill him. Just hurt him enough so we can't get married.
Show me to this groom. Wait.
What?
What kind of man is this groom? A big man?
Well,
A burly fellow?
well, he's big on the outside.
No. Aldolfo will not fight the big man. Small, pale, wheezy man Aldolfo will punch far away. But no big man.
So, what you're saying that you're a lover, not a fighter.
Yes, Aldolfo is a lover of beautiful ladies. Some say I am the king of romance.
Well, you know what they say. The best way to get revenge on a man is through his...
Sure.
No. The best way to get revenge on a man is through his...
Window.
No! Get back at a man, revenge, through his...
There is no other way! I'm not Santa Claus coming down chimney.
Through his woman!
Through his woman.
Yes, Aldolfo, you must seduce his woman.
His woman.
His bride.
I will seduce his bride, and that'll show people Aldolfo is no scoundrel. Show me to this bride! Wait, what kind of woman is this bride? A big woman?
No!
A burly woman?
No! She's a looker, an attractive woman.
Show me to this woman.
She's also kind of like a cat in pajamas, too.
Bahamas? Show me to these cat in Bahamas. I'll die for
Stop it.
Like a tacky buckram.
Roman Bartelli chewing the scenery. You certainly could not get away with a performance like that nowadays, could you? You see, contemporary audiences are too mature and sophisticated to enjoy broad racial stereotypes, so we banish them to Disney. Let the children sort it out now.
The pastry chefs have been kind enough to provide the liquor for the party. But remember, Underling, we have to be discreet.
Yes, madam.
It is prohibition after all.
Believe me, madam, I'm aware of that.
We have to use comments. For instance, if someone says they want a glass of ice water, it means they want a glass of vodka. Have you got that?
Yes, madam.
Are you sure? Maybe you should write it down.
I understand a glass of ice water is a glass of vodka.
What's a glass of ice water? Ice water, ice. Well, then that's settled. One less thing to do. Anthony, might I please have a glass of ice water? I found our meeting with the pastry chefs rather trying, and I would enjoy a glass of especially ice water.
Your glass of ice water, madam.
That was pure vodka, you pimp!
I hate this scene.
Well, now I do need a glass of ice water.
A glass of ice water, madam.
Ice water, are you going down?
With that I will.
You can see where this is going, can't you? It's really just a series of spit takes.
Ice water, madam.
That was pure vodka, you pimp!
You know, in some ways, the Drowsy Chaperone is actually quite progressive. A female best man, for instance.
Yeah, your ice water, madam.
That was pure vodka, you pimp!
Yes, some elements were quite progressive. Others were stale in 1928. You know what? I'm going to skip ahead.
Your ice water, madam.
Where do you think you're going?
I'm going to get some lime juice, madam.
Lime juice, for heaven's sake, why?
Bring out my eyes, make myself a gimlet.
Now, some of you are probably asking yourself, why was that number in the show? Well, I can tell you right now, there was a song coming up, and they needed something to allow for the set changes. It's all mechanics.
Hours, I'm going to Mrs. Robert Martin. Oh, my head is spinning. Yes, life is a mad whirlwind.
This is a really interesting scene. This is the only scene in the show where Jane Roberts and Beatrice Stockwell are alone together on stage. Jane Roberts was an emerging star, but Beatrice Stockwell was already well established and a force to contend with.
I'm so full of apprehension, but I suppose that's normal considering the circumstances. Have you ever been married, Chaperone?
No. I drink for pleasure, not out of necessity.
Your ice water, madam, I'm afraid we're fresh out of olives.
Underling, have you ever been married?
Oh, God, no. If I'm going to serve a woman, I prefer to be paid for my efforts.
Oh, you two. I know it seems crazy to give up a successful career to marry a man I hardly know, but somehow what I look into his eyes is big monkey eyes. Ah, gee, I get all woozy. And that's love, isn't it?
Not necessarily.
The wooziness could be caused by any number of things. I mean, I'm woozy right now, and I'm certainly not in love.
Now, Beatrice Stockwell was famous for her rousing anthems. She inspired and entertained the troops in every major world conflict up to and including the Falklands War. Of course, by that time, she was in her late 80s, and her anthem didn't as much rouse as stupefy. But still, she demanded a rousing anthem in every show she ever performed in, even if it wasn't appropriate. But still, you couldn't say no to her. That's star power.
Really, you're not being the least bit helpful. Could you at least allay my fears with a few choice words of inspiration?
Inspiration, really, dear, that's not my forte.
Yes, but if you...
As we stumble along on life's funny journey, as we stumble along into the blue, we look here and we look there, seeking answers anywhere, never sure of where to turn or what to do. Still we bumble our way through life's crazy labyrinth, barely knowing left from right nor right from wrong. And the best that we can do is hope a bluebird will sing his song as we stumble along.
That was quite nice, Chaperone, but I don't see how it pertains to my situation.
Let me explain.
Oh, really? That's not necessary. I suppose I'm just looking for sympathy.
It's a dismal little world in which we live. It can bore you till you've nothing left to give. 7 overrated wonders, 7 underwhelming seas, 6 excruciating continents, Antarctica, oh please.
Antarctica, oh please.
Still you mustn't let it linger. This planet, oh so bland. Keep your eyeball on the highball in your hand. As we stumble along, cross life's crowded dance floor, as we push and we shove, we live and we learn. And when we finally leave the bar and we see that morning star, we pull our bootstraps up and homeward turn. Then we stumble away through dawn's blinding sunbeams, barely knowing right from right nor left from wrong. But as long as we can hear that little bluebird, there'll be a song as we stumble along, as we stumble, bumble, fumble, plumble, as we stumble
Don't you just love her? Basically, she sings a rousing anthem to alcoholism. That's what I love about her. She just does whatever she wants, whenever she wants, regardless of the needs and concerns of others. My mother was like that.
That was quite inspiring, Chaperone. But please, just tell me, is Robert the man for me?
My dear, that's something you'll have to to decide for yourself.
But I just don't know if he loves me.
Why don't you ask him? Why don't you say, Roger, do you love me?
It's Robert, and I'm not supposed to see him. In fact, it's your job to keep me away from him.
Yes, yes. And I take the responsibility very seriously. However, I'm just this moment feeling terribly drowsy. I'm gonna have to have a lie down. Now, whatever you do, don't go wandering through the garden, seeking out your fiancé to ask him the question upon which your future happiness depends.
Oh, thank you, Chaperone. I just need to know if he loves me.
Such a skinny fool. Still, I envy her. Oh, when will love come crashing through my door?
La 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 la.
Look who it is! It's Aldolfo, come to seduce the bride.
I am Aldolfo.
Try not to think of the poodles that made his face while you're listening to this part.
I am Aldolfo, and you are bride.
No, I am not.
What? This is the bridal suite, and you are the only one here. Therefore, you must be bride.
Interesting argument. But I'm afraid you are immoral.
What?
Me? No, bride. Perhaps I can take a message.
Yes, very good, very good. Dear Vandergraaf, bride, I must make love to you and transport you to a place of ecstasy. Sooner is better. Signed, Aldolfo, King of Romance.
Well, you've seen through my little ruse. You really found me out.
Ah, so you are the bride.
Apparently, yes. Take me, Aldolfo.
No. Not Aldolphus, Aldolfo. You must remember my name or it will spoil everything. How can I make you remember?
Nice to meet you, shall we?
Not so fast! Now, just in case you didn't hear Aldolfo, I'll try to make it very clear, Aldolfo. The lovely lady's always here, Aldolfo. When I repeat myself, I am Aldolfo.
Understood.
I can sing it high, I can sing it low, Aldolfo. I can sing it very low. I can sing it very slowly. I do it now, but it would take hours. Now, let us see if you can remember my name.
I'll give it a shot.
Who's the fellow that you see?
Aldolfo.
And how should you refer to me?
Aldolfo.
And who is it that always be?
Aldolfo.
Now sing it proudly.
You are Aldolfo.
Now, let me spell it out for you. For all of you lovely ladies who didn't hear for some reason, maybe you are hard of hearing or something. I don't know. It goes.
that buffoon. But still, that's what musicals are all about, isn't it? Romantic fantasy, falling in love at the drop of a hat, spontaneous tangoing, suddenly finding yourself in an insanely romantic situation.
On an accident waiting to happen. Oh boy. I'm sorry, madam. It's my wedding day, so I have to be wearing a blindfold.
Blindfold?
I'm sorry, who am I speaking to anyhow?
Why, it's me! I mean, Mimi. Mimi from France.
The scene really could not be any more ridiculous.
So you are marrying Janet Van de Graf, non?
Oui.
I hear she's very beautiful.
Oui.
And glamorous.
Ah, oui.
And is it true that she has an exceptionally broad range and, has played dramatic and comedic roles?
I'm sorry, I'm having trouble placing your accent. What part of France did you say you were from?
The middle part, where they make the toast. So you're saying to me about your, how do you say it in English, fiancé?
That's right.
So when did you know that she was the one for you?
Well, we were standing on the Lido deck of the Isle de France.
Yes.
I was entertaining her with stories of my father's oil interests.
And then what happened?
Then I looked into her eyes, her big, glamorous eyes, and I felt all woozy.
And then you fell. And then you fell.
Yes, right on my keister. And then I said, I guess I don't have my sea legs yet.
We haven't left the dock.
And that's what she said. That's when I knew I must be in love.
And then you said?
Then I said, there was a time I could stop on a dime. I was consistently losing my balance. But since you've been around, I can't hold my ground. I'm consistently losing my balance. I'm an accident waiting to happen. I'm a mishap about to ensue. I'm the toy on the stair, the three-legged chair, the hand that's been caught by a shoe. When my two lovesick arms started flapping, there was nothing my ankles could do. I'm an accident waiting to happen, so how be I happen to you?
And then what happened?
Then she joined in.
And sing sweet, and they fall at my feet. My heart doesn't beat any faster, but when you lose control, it touches my soul. So I'm bracing myself for disaster. You're an accident waiting to happen.
That's right.
A catastrophe destined to be.
That's me. I'm the rags in the cellar.
A broken umbrella, a branch hanging loose from a tree. I can see myself jumping and clapping for a man who lives dangerously. You're an accident waiting to happen, so hurry and happen to me. And then what happened?
Then we kissed.
You're an accident waiting to happen, so hurry and happen to me. Wait a minute! Trying to kiss a strange French girl on your wedding day!
Oh my God! Wait! What have I done? Wait! Come back here! Hold on a second! Where are you going?
Well, it seems as if the blindfold and the fake French accent have led to a terrible misunderstanding. Will it all work out in the end? Of course it will. It's a musical. It's not real. In the real world, nothing ever works out, and the only people that burst the song are the hopelessly deranged.
Where's that philandering foreigner?
Mr. Felton!
How long did it take to seduce one bride?
Mr. Felton!
What?
You don't need Janet no more. I've been working on a new mind-reading act. Presenting Kitty, the incomprehensible. Now think of something.
Oh, I'm thinking of something, all right.
Wait, I'm getting it. Pick up a milk and a whole rye bread. And don't forget to shave your legs.
No! You're reading your own mind, you idiot!
Oh, no wonder it was so easy.
Mr. Felton,
It would seem that the wedding is proceeding according to schedule.
now it's time you received your just desserts. What do you think, partner? Should we whip up something special for Mr. Felton?
Yeah, how about the Toledo surprise?
An inspired choice.
Toledo surprise? Never heard of it.
No, you haven't. Those people who've heard of it are generally never heard from again.
We'll share the recipe with you.
First, you chop the nuts.
Then you pound the dough.
Then you bake it up nice and slow.
Then you got a Toledo surprise.
You want to share that recipe with me one more time?
It's a very simple recipe, Mr. Felzig.
First, you chop the nuts.
Then you pound the dough.
Then you bake it up nice and slow.
Then you got your Toledo surprise.
Say, why don't we give him a little taste?
All right.
No. What style? What rhythm? What grace? Come on, open your fist. Open them. Now shake them. Shake 'em. Now give me the recipe one more time. Da-da-da-da-da-da, go!
Chop the nuts, pound the dough, bake it up
Front.
nice and slow. Then you got a Toledo surprise.
Now sell it.
Pick the beach, peel the skin, wash it up, throw it in. That's a tasty Toledo surprise.
Now you're cooking.
You beat it up, then you sweet it up, then you heat it up. If it tries to rise, don't let it, it's a snap. Try it, folks, with your whites, split your yolks, then you got a Splendido Toledo surprise.
You boys are naturals.
Honest?
Yeah, I'm gonna go work on the contracts.
Hey!
A 5, 6, 7, 8.
Mr. Felton? Ew, what's going on here?
Kitty, I'm working on a new act.
Toledo surprise.
The gangsters in the show you won't put me in. They're not even in the union.
Kitty, you got it all wrong. These gangsters, they're for you. They're backup dancers.
Backup dancers? Holy cats! What that hot Toledo does to more libido. Good, Miss Toledo, sugary yum yum. Surprise! Squeeze the cream, grease the pan, lick the spoon, flip the flan, makes you bust your tuxedo. Toledo surprise.
Wait! And now Paul, you make an announcement. Oh, that was impressive. Wedding is off.
What? For the love of God, why?
I'll now boys made love to the bride.
Oh? Ew!
That's not the bride, you idiot. That's the chaperone.
What?
The wedding is on! The wedding is off! What?
Barbara is a French girl. Her name is Lucy. She's very beautiful.
Sorry, Janet. You have to believe. She was just like you, only French.
Sweet mother of pearl! Hi, Lily.
Yes, madam.
What is all this bullshit about?
The wedding, madam.
Who's the going to be wedding?
Not anymore. Oh, what a tragedy. What a wonderful, wonderful tragedy. Clear the floor, boys. I'll show you how it's done. First you beat it up, then you sweet it up, then you heat it up. If it starts to rise, don't let it. Toledo surprise.
Surprise! Wait till it's ready. Surprise! Wait till it's ready. Surprise!
Wait till it's ready.
Now to get ready! You got it!
Cakes for shake, cakes for shake. This dessert, cakes the cake. Kids we like a torpedo. Toledo surprise.
Toledo surprise.
Toledo surprise!
Surprise.
Surprise!
Surprise.
They ruin the magic, you know? They yank you back into reality. One moment you're lost in a glamorous world of music and romance, then bang, you're surrounded by tourists. Crinkling candy wrappers and nattering about the lack of women's restrooms. It's cruel. Oh, it's a power bar? Right, I have a bit of a blood sugar issue. I have to eat small meals all day. Otherwise I get jittery. See, I know it's rude, but you would not like the alternative, believe me. I remember my wedding day. The ceremony wasn't until 4 in the afternoon, and I didn't even eat breakfast. I do. Are you surprised to hear that I was married? Well, there you go. You shouldn't go making assumptions about people, should you? I'm a very complicated person. Act 15. I'll be quick, I promise, and while I'm gone, you can listen to the beginning of Act 2.
emperor and American lady. No see eye to eye.
But Emperor, sometimes a different outlook can change your point of view.
What?
Precisely. What is it about the Asians that fascinates Caucasians? What is it about the Asians that's so nice? Is it the wontons, the egg rolls, the rice? Perhaps it's Buddha or Confucius and their excellent dada.
What is it about Caucasians that mystifies we Asians? What is it about Caucasians that's so odd? They call them lady abroad. They have hair upon their chest and they only have one god. Impossible! What?
Sorry, that song was not from the Drowsy Chaperone. That song started actually another Gablenstein show called The Enchanted Nightingale. A degrading piece about a Chinese emperor who was told by his American elocutionist to marry his American elocutionist instead of his betrothed, and then goes on to build the Great Wall of China. Yes. A degrading piece, but still, you know, it had wonderful tunes. Just look at the other. Sorry. Act 2 of The Drowsy Chaperone begins like this. You see, this is what I'm talking about. This is life. You manage to be happy for 5 seconds, and then something starts ringing.
Yeah, okay. Shall I have the fuse removed now, or would you prefer I wait until morning?
I'm going to stop this here because I don't want this number ruined by a ringing telephone. Here we have 2 vaudeville performers who have slipped through the cracks of time. They are Noel Fitzpatrick and Ukulele Lil. I don't know anything about them. I suppose Ukulele Lil played the ukulele, although she doesn't in this show. Actually, I tried to find out about them, but I tried all my books, I even tried the internet. But all of my searches ended up with Tiny Tim's autopsy photographs. Anyway, they're really both charming.
Why don't you have the fuse removed?
The bride has called off the wedding, madam.
Oh, I didn't never listen to a bride on her wedding day. You know, love is a very complex emotion. You could be so close to someone one moment, and the next moment you just want to strangle them.
Yes, I'm familiar with the urge to strangle, madam.
You see, that's just the nature of love. Love makes lovers worry, love makes lovers fret, but here's a fact on which we can depend. Just like long ago when Romeo loved Juliet, love is always lovely in the end.
Madam, Romeo and Juliet was a tragedy.
I never interfered. Love can start a quarrel, love can cause a din. Love has always been a trusty friend. 'Twas a happy fate for Ha'penny and Boleyn. Love is always lovely in the end.
Right. Anne Boleyn lost her head.
Yes, she was in love.
Oh my God.
Love was good to Eve and Adam, and Samson and Delilah too.
Good grief. May I pose a question, madam?
Why, of course.
Why does nothing I say to you ever get through?
Don't mind if I do.
speaking, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say that love is not always lovely in the end. Often, in the end, there are lawyers. I mean, love is always lovely in the end. Is it just me? I guess what I'm trying to say is that I think that number is naive, and irresponsibly so. Sorry, I just thought that needed to be said for the benefit of the young people. I won't interrupt anymore. Oh, there's a moment coming up that I've become obsessed with.
Well, there you are, Chaperone. I'm in a terrible state. You certainly are. You can't go to the wedding looking like that. Oh, you poor dear. Haven't you heard the wedding has been called off? Not your wedding. Mine. Oh, that reminds me. Might I borrow your veil?
You're getting married?
But to whom?
Ah, beautiful lady with a baffled expression.
You're married Aldolfo? I know it's surprising, but when I look into his eyes, his big, clumsy eyes, I get all drowsy. And that's love, isn't it?
Yes, dear. That's love.
There you are. All right. I'm gonna put my cards on the table. I've got a weak card, can't take the pressure. If this goes on any longer, the old tinker's gonna give out. Please tell me, is there going to be a wedding or not?
Yes.
Oh, thank the Lord.
The Chaperone and Aldolfo are getting married.
What? Oh.
There you are. I have wonderful news. There's going to be a wedding.
We know.
You do?
Yes, we just heard.
But who told you?
I didn't.
But how did you know?
What difference does it make?
Mrs. Cottonelle and I is married at 7:30 this evening.
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
Congratulations to everyone.
What kind of cockamamie wedding is this? Everyone's getting married except for the bride and the groom?
Oh, Janet, there you are. I've been looking everywhere.
Hello, Mr. Martin.
Oh, please don't be that way. Can't you find it in your heart to marry me? I mean, George has gone through all this trouble. And I do love you more than I can even say.
But you tried to kiss another woman.
Yes, and I just can't understand it. And I know this may seem ridiculous, but when I was with that French girl, why, it was just like being with you.
That's because it wasn't Robert.
You mean you're Mimi? Well, that French accent was remarkably accurate.
Why, thank you. I did not do all playing the role of Nathan. Oh, look at it.
There you are. Listen, before you get married and think that you're going to go and play all happy wife, just remember, you're never going to get that last final standing ovation.
Chaperone, I just don't know what to do. For once, give me advice that is coherent and appropriate to the situation. Should I marry Robert?
Here's the moment that I was talking about. Not only the culmination of the whole plot, but the moment that has fascinated me more than any other, that has brought me back to this record again and again. Here it comes, listen.
Well, my advice to you is...
And this is it. Listen.
Well, you can.
You see? You can't quite make out what she says because somebody drops a cane. I'll play it for you again.
Well, you can.
Is she saying, live while you can? Or leave while you can?
Well, you can.
You see, it is Beecher Stockwell, so, it might just be a cynical clip, but this is a wedding, after all, and that's exactly what you think when you're standing at the altar, isn't it? Live or leave. Because you do love him in some way. It's not an exact science, and arrow doesn't come falling out of the sky and point to the one you're supposed to be with. So one day you say I love you, and you basically phrase it as a question, but they accept it as a fact. And then there he is, standing in front of you in a $3,000 suit with tears in his eyes, and his nephew made the chuppah. So what do? Do you say, I was kidding, I was joking? No! You can't. You live, right? You choose to live, and for a couple of months you stare at the alien form in the bed beside you, and you think to yourself, who are you? Who are you? And then one day you say it out loud. And then it's trial separation and couples counseling, and all of your conversations are about his Zoloft addiction and your eating disorder, and you're constantly redefining and reevaluating and revisiting before you finally lose the deposit on your house, and the whole relationship ends on a particularly ugly note, with your only copy of Gypsy spinning through the air and smashed against the living room wall. But still, in a larger sense, in a broader sense, it's better to have lived than left, right?
Well, you can.
You have no idea how many times I've listened to that.
Well, Chaperone, you certainly have a way with words. Robert? My answer is yes. I will marry you.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Well, Mr. Felzig, it looks like this wedding is a done deal.
Yeah, now you're in trouble.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
But there is. I found a new leading lady. Introducing Kitty the Incredible. Kitty, I need you to read my mind. My mind.
Kitty? Will you marry me? Holy cow, Mr. Felzig! Yes!
Isn't she wonderful, boys?
Well, what are you waiting for? Ladies, go put on your frillies. We'll all get married in one big clump. That's how they do it in Utah.
Well, George, you managed to pull it off. I mean, 4 weddings in one day. I guess you're everybody's best man now.
I am?
Yes!
I am.
Okay, everybody. Hip, hip.
Hooray!
He's George, the best man, George.
I'm honored to be doing what a best man ought.
He's basking in the glory of a fight well fought. Wedding bells will ring, wedding bells will chime, wedding bells will celebrate a happy wedding time.
The hell are you?
I'm Trix, the aviatrix, queen of the sky. To Rio I was wending when my engine needed mending. I'll fix my navigatrix, and then I'll fly and let you love first time and not. So sorry to crash those hardy folks, but we'll have this fixed in 2 shakes and then off to Rio for Carnival.
Wait! A captain of a ship can perform a marriage!
Yes!
And the captain is comparable to a pilot.
Yes!
And an airplane is a type of jeep. A jeep of the air. Some people call it an air jeep.
Oh, shit! Yes!
Wait! I got it! Tricks! We can all get married on the plane and then we'll have a honeymoon in Rio!
distracted. Don't talk to anyone. I'll go find the fuse box. Everybody be quiet.
It's the super.
Oh, God.
Hi.
Hello.
Your lights are out.
Yes.
We had to shut the power off because we're replacing the breaker panels in the basement.
Yes.
So we shut the power off, but when we did, the breakers in all the apartments tripped.
Yes.
So I have to reset your breakers.
Now?
It'll only take a second.
All right.
Because I tried calling you earlier before, but there was no answer.
I was having problems with the phone.
Here we go. What was that?
Oh, it was a record.
What kind of music was that?
Just music, like a show, you know, a musical.
You like musicals?
No.
I love musicals! I go with my husband all the time. It's amazing what they can do nowadays. Did you see Miss Saigon? They landed a helicopter on stage in that one!
Imagine that.
Oh, I've seen them all. Cat, touch me, it's so easy to leave me. You have Les Mis, masters of the house, dueling at the charm, ready with a handshake and an open palm. So if you can't find me, look to the western sky.
Okay.
Cause someone told me lately, everyone deserves a chance to fly.
Really? Well, goodbye. That's it. It's ruined. Everything is ruined. One moment away from the end of the show, and the mood is broken. I should just play the record again from the beginning. No, I can't do that. Can I? You have to understand, it's so frustrating. I love the show so much, and I've never even seen it. My mother, she gave me the record. This was just before my father left us. Oh, he didn't leave because of the record, although I'm sure it didn't help matters. Look, I know it's not a perfect show. The spit take scene is lame, and the monkey motif is labored. But it does what a musical is supposed to do. It takes you to another world. It gives you a little tune to carry within your head as you try to escape the dreary horrors of the real world. A little something for when you're feeling blue. You know? As we stumble along